Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and this is the type of activity that I speculate could result in serious riches for XRP holders. I'm not saying that for the sake of saying something that's just pure hyperbole. That's not the point of this, and I don't say that as somebody that is willing to engage in hype. If those of you that have listened to me for like more than a video, you know that I am anti-hype. But when you're talking about potential price action in the world of crypto, like, let's be real, there's an opportunity for intense asymmetrical gains. And of course, there's a lot of risk involved. I'm not pretending there's not, but I want to share with you why this new development is exactly the type of thing I've been talking about. And for us that hold XRP and choose to redeem our free Spark tokens, this could ultimately really be something. And I'll explain why. Now, I want to be clear that I don't have a financial background, and I'm not offering financial advice, so you absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I just enjoy engaging with the XRP community, talking about topics such as these, anything around XRP and crypto, and making YouTube videos. It's my most favoriteest hobby ever. And also, given the nature of what I'm about to cover with you, I do want to cite this at the outset because I care about doing whatever I can to protect the XRP community. Part of what's going to be discussed in here is there's a company that's doing a giveaway. I just want to be super duper clear here. Always have your spidey senses up, okay? Always have your baseline be that of a skeptic. I think that's a really reasonable, safe starting point. And so I want to be clear here. If you ever see an XRP giveaway or any crypto giveaway and they say, hey, you need to send us X amount of, or really, I don't care what the amount is, any amount of cryptocurrency and we'll send you more back, 100% of the time, that will be a scam and you will lose whatever you send. Do not fall for it. I also want to be clear that if you go to redeem your Spark tokens, or maybe you're just promised, whatever the cryptocurrency is. I don't care what it is. But in order to get it, you must enter your private key. If anybody tells you that, that's a scam. Please do not fall for that. When you claim your Spark tokens, if you so choose to then just be aware. Right now, you never will have to type in your private key. You will never have to type in your seed phrase. Period. You absolutely do not have to. If anybody's asking for that, whether it's saying enter it in the website, then it's a scam website that looks legit perhaps, or I don't know, just don't speak to anybody. Just want to be super clear. Before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I'd appreciate it. And also go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because if you do, we could be friends. Maybe even best friends. We'll just see where this takes us. So here's a piece from Crypto.com's titled XRP Flare Fork Receives Its First DeFi Details. Although Flare, a utility fork of XRP Ledger, will commence its operations only in December 2020, a decentralized financial protocols, or DeFi for short, have already begun to show interest in its instruments. In early October, the Flare finance team revealed that it is working on DeFi to leverage the smart contract capabilities of the Flare network. It will include margin and spot trading engines, non-custodial liquidity pools, insurance coverage for all funds, and other DeFi tools. Is this not starting to sound more like what's happening with Ethereum and the crazy DeFi situation going on? Is it not starting to sound like that? Except for with this, you can actually utilize XRP with it. It's something. There's more to it, though. Let me go a little bit further before I share some more opinions here. But Flare Finance shared the news of its successful testnet launch. Its Costin system has gone live in the testnet environment. To celebrate this milestone, the newcomers are organizing an XRP airdrop for their social media followers. Now, I want to be super duper clear. Flare Finance is not the same company or entity, whatever you want to call it, as Flare Network. Not the same. So they use the word Flare in there, and they've got a logo that somewhat looks like Flare Network. It's sufficiently different in my opinion, but somewhat similar. Not the same people running this, to be super duper clear. But part of the reason this is interesting, and we were always anticipating there would be developers jumping on board to take advantage of these new opportunities, is DeFi is where the freaking craze is right now, right? In terms of price appreciation for cryptocurrencies, right or wrong, and I think it's mostly scammy bullcrap, but that is what's happening. And so the Flare network is absolutely legitimate. That could not be more clear. Ripple endorses them. Brad Garlinghouse himself has tweeted out about how great it looks like the potential is for Flare networks. And he even cited that it brings the speed of XRP together with, the smart contract abilities of Ethereum and the DeFi opportunities of, I believe he said Avalanche, which I wasn't familiar with. I think it started with an A for sure. I think it was Avalanche. I haven't researched any further, so I'm not going to pretend to, but I believe, pulling from memory, I think that's what he said it was. And DeFi's hot right now, right? Whether it should be or not, I'm just saying it is. And so, for us XRP holders, we're getting these Spark tokens, and we're seeing right now, this is one of the first glimpses beyond the Flare network of it. It's another developer coming out and saying, yes, we're going to utilize this system. They're pro XRP and they're pro Flare networks, which means they're also pro Spark. And so wait until eventually these Spark tokens, which we're getting for free, are ultimately traded. Because as the ecosystem is built out, it's the same with any crypto. If there's an ecosystem built out, that instills confidence, which will, I think, draw in, I will speculate that it will draw in more participants that were willing to buy and sell the Spark token. Again, right now, the Spark token is worth zero. It's worth nothing as I record. This hasn't even been launched. But once it is launched, assuming it gets traded on exchanges, which again, I would be shocked if it weren't at some point, where do you think this is all going, right? And so I will not be at all surprised if the Spark token is worth a lot. I don't know what that means. Here's the thing. I don't make price predictions, so I have some concepts in my head that I don't really want to share because it's a little bit too close to prediction land. I guess the closest I could get before I start to feel like I've crossed a boundary that I'm not willing to cross would be, consider this. We already know that XRP went to almost $4 based on pure speculation. Hit that in early January 2018, right? We also know that there's 100 billion XRP. There's only going to be 45 billion Spark tokens. So right there, the supply is less than half. And I know you can make the point that a bunch of that is ripples and it's held in escrow, not getting traded anyway. But I still think to some degree the fact that it exists is baked into the price. Like, people are aware there's 100 billion, and it's just one of many factors that people consider, I believe, when choosing to buy or sell XRP. And so with there being substantially fewer Spark tokens, that's going to be a factor, I believe. To what degree, well, I don't know. But just think, if XRP could get to that level based on pure speculation, and with the frenzy around DeFi, where do you think this might go? And so I'm not going to speculate on what the price might be because I don't make predictions. Well, you could call this speculation, fine, but I just mean in terms of actually making a prediction, I'm not. But I will not be surprised if at some point it's capable of getting up into that range, which is also why I'm glad that I've been buying a whole bunch of XRP over the last few years, because I'll get that many more free Spark tokens. I fully intend to claim my Spark tokens. Shout out to Frecky here, who tagged me in this and wrote, XRP, you will see many random projects. Watch and monitor. Do research before jumping into anything. As you know, 95% plus of DeFi plays are scams, just like 2017 initial coin offerings. Spark. Also, don't stake or send any XRP or later Spark to anyone. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm absolutely not. You do you, girl, but I personally am not going to. I'm with Frecky on this one for sure. And then here's what he retweeted. Let me I have it open another tab here. Here we go. This is Flare Networks. This is the official account. And they wrote, we have spoken with Flare Finance. So that's the new DeFi entity coming out here. The project is interesting, and we are grateful that they have chosen Flare. Flare's role is not to approve or disapprove of a project. As with everything, do your own research and don't take risks that you can't recover from if they go wrong. And so I'm certainly not endorsing anything. I'm also not saying Flare Finance is bad. I'm going to try and remain neutral while just reporting, hey, this is something that's happening. And so if Flare Networks is correct, Flare Finance is not a scam. Super duper. And I'm always skeptical like that. Again, like I said, that's my personal baseline. And I haven't done any additional research on this. There's really not a whole lot available to this point anyway, to be honest. But I will say if Flare Networks rather says that Flare Finance is on the up and up, which is the sense I got from that tweet anyway, it's probably true, right? I'm just going to say that the reason that I'm tiptoeing around this is because they're doing a giveaway. And I just want to be very clear here that you got to do your own due diligence. And so I'm not going to participate in the damn thing, even though it looks legit to me. It does, but I'm not going to participate. And so if you do, I'm just saying, please be careful out there, because I don't want to see any of you guys get scammed and lose XRP. As far as I know, again, Flare Finance looks like it's on the up and up. I don't have a reason to believe that it's not. I'm just a super careful guy, so that's really the only position I'm coming from. They have not done anything wrong that I've seen, period. So I'm not trying to like crap all over them. I'm just sharing with you like my default position on stuff like this. And so Lord Sebastian Manlove, which is an awesome name, by the way, responded to Flare Networks and wrote, "Interested to know how Flare Finance can have such a similar logo to Flare Networks and carry a very similar name, but yet the two are not affiliated. Is there not an issue with copyright infringement?" I'm not a lawyer, but I think what you'd actually be referencing probably be a trademark. I think that would be more like, because when you submit a trademark, there's also a graphic image that comes along with it. I don't think... I guess I could be wrong. I don't think it's a copyright, but whatever. I'm just a simple moon Nambo. I don't know what I'm talking about. And you can see, so right here where I'm circling, that's the Flare Network logo, and there's the Flare Finance one right here. So similar, but I think to me it looks sufficiently different. That's just my opinion. And then XRP Ben wrote, "Flare Finance looks pretty much like a scam. Be careful." And then Mickey B. Fresh responded, "It's not a scam. It's an undeveloped project with details of their plans to build 6 DeFi decentralized apps on Flare. It has yet to be developed in any way and is not connected or funded by Flare Labs." I think he means Flare Network. Yeah, of course, there's no Flare Labs. And he writes, "Geez, poor XRP community jaded from low XRP price and scams. Nice to see devs picking up on Flare." Well, that would be an assumption to make the leap that this guy's being skeptical and then he's upset about low XRP price. That's a little bit of a stretch in my humble opinion. XRP Ben responded, "My tweets indicate suspicion, not affirming it is. Nuance." I'll just say I'm kind of on XRP Ben's side there. I think it's perfectly reasonable to be suspicious as a baseline, and that's why, like for me, I'm not saying if Flare Finance did anything wrong. I'm saying there isn't much publicly available information about them. They have no track record, and so I'm just going to be careful. That's all I'm saying, and it seems to me like the XRP Ben's taking the same approach there, which I think is responsible and reasonable here. But then we get to this part, which... giveaways can be legit. I understand that. I'm not interested in participating in them ever. But here's what they wrote from Flare Finance. "To celebrate our successful test launch on the Costin Test Network, Flare Finance would like to begin our introduction to the Flare community with a giveaway. Hodl and get 100 free Spark." And so what they're talking about is they're giving away XRP. Obviously, they don't have Spark yet, but if you hodl that through the snapshot date on December 12th, you can get free Spark tokens if you claim it. That's what they actually mean by that, to be clear. And so here's what they wrote. Here we go. So here's a little graphic. Pre-launch giveaway 1. 500 XRP given to 5 people, so it's 100 XRP per winner, I guess, if you want to call them that. But they call them 100 XRP to 5 soldiers, which to me, I don't know what type of legal entity they are, but for a business, if it's a business here, which it's got to be, right? It has to be, right? To some sort of legal business entity. Hopefully they're registered to some or something. To call receivers of the XRP tokens, to call them soldiers, to me, it doesn't strike me as professional. I'm just going to be honest. And again, nothing against them or anything else they're doing. It just doesn't strike me as professional. But they cite here that you can, in order to participate, follow Flare Finance and Flare Networks on Twitter, retweet this tweet, and tag 3 soldiers. So I'm not going to do it. If you guys want to, go for it. I'm not your father. Do or don't. I don't care. A bunch of people did retweet, 210 people to this point, so that's something. So there we are on that. And I think that was maybe there was. I thought there might have been another tweet. Oh, yeah, here we go. So there isn't one more tweet I wanted to share from Flare before wrapping up the video, because Bull Run Wonka wrote scam and then highlighted Flare Finance. And if Flare Networks is correct, then Bull Run Wonka is incorrect and it's not a scam. And so somebody named CryptoG wrote, "That's weird that Flare Networks would mention them in this light." And so then they covered that tweet that I already read to you about, hey, we've spoken to Flare Finance. It's an interesting project. And then somebody named Mike came along in response to that and wrote, "Seems more of an indirect warning to me," as far as what Flare said. And then Flare corrected the record and stated, "Please do not take this in the spirit in..." let me restart. I said that wrong. "Please do take this in the spirit in which it is intended. It's not a cryptic message. Flare is not going to provide a rating system for every project that comes to Flare, and hence it would be wrong to opine on any project." So they opined only in the sense that they said it's an interesting project, and so as far as I can tell, it looks like it's not a scam. So there we are. But that's why I said be careful, because technically, I mean, what if it is a scam and we just don't know? What if Flare Networks is tricked? So I'm just saying, being careful. If they start to ask for private keys, your seed phrase, or tell you to send cryptocurrency, run. Okay, but that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.